Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl Daisha coming at y'all with a video, and I hope you guys are doing amazing. Cause guess what? You already know I'm gonna drop some gems. What I really want y'all to start doing is having a notebook every time y'all watch my videos. Get you a notebook and a pen, cause write down this information that I be dropping, cause I be speaking facts. But nah, for real, seriously, y'all. While I was recording and my other video cut out. Listen, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Maybe we all pray. Anyway, oh my God, did I do? Anyways, first of all, if you're looking for a life coach, I do want to start introducing that into the videos because I feel like I don't promote that enough in my own videos because that's exactly what I be doing in the videos. But if you are looking for a life coach, I am available. Go ahead and look in the description for more information so you can get that assistance as well if you want me on a deeper one-on-one level. You feel me? Anyways, let's get into the video. So first off, this video, I want to talk about how your idea of being realistic is what shapes your reality, right? So a lot of times I find myself in conversations where somebody may be like, "Oh, I'm just being realistic," right? And I'd be like, "What you mean by being realistic?" Because I'm gonna be honest with you. You have the power to shape your life. It just all depends on what you feel, what you think, and how you go about it, right? Cool. We should all know that life is energetic and it is based off of those vibrations that you vibrating in or that you send off, right? Right, cool. So a lot of times I hear a lot of conversations where people be like, I'm just being realistic, right? And when it goes into that conversation, they think about what is bound to happen for them, right? Sometimes it be conversations about where they're living or what's happening in life or the type of money that they make or the car that they drive or the things that they feel like could be good luck or bad luck to them, right? Which I just call it blessings because if it's a blessing, it's a blessing. A lot of people feel like them being realistic is them accepting the bare minimum because sometimes they think good things does not happen to them. That is their idea of being realistic. And a lot of times what I do bring up, because it is my favorite thing to compare to, is how the Wright brothers created planes, right? You got to think about it. Before they created planes, they were not being realistic in everybody else's eyes, right? Society has this thing where you have to be realistic because it doesn't exist yet. Those planes did not exist if it wasn't for them. They weren't being realistic, right? You just have to think about it. They sat there and they looked around like, I wonder if everybody can fly instead of just driving. Some things like that. And they took off with that idea. They created it and they made it into their reality. And then it became everyone else's reality. So when people are being realistic, it's most likely them accepting the bare minimum because they feel like that it's not possible for themselves and they start to spread that narrative around them. That is a lie. Whatever you feel like is realistic, that's only your reality. You don't push it off on anybody else because somebody else's idea of being realistic may be swimming in billions of dollars and somehow it becomes their reality. And then now you're looking on the sidelines like, dang, I wish that was me. Things like that don't happen to me. And it can be you, right? You can create whatever life that you desire. You just have to be intentional about it. You just have to push the idea. You just have to stand on business and get ready to make those changes for the life that you desire or for the person that you want to be. The only person that's holding you back from the life or the person that you want to be is you. Nobody else around you matter. Right? It's going to be sometimes you have to separate yourself from those people though who accept the bare minimum because then their idea of realistic starts to influence you a little bit. Because believe it or not, that's why they say birds of a feather does flock together because their lifestyle, their quirks, their flaws or whatever it is, how they think, what they eat, what they do, it starts to somehow influence you little by little in life, right? Even sometimes before you even notice it. Like a simple slang may even get you. That's how they basically influence you little by little in life. And sometimes people don't realize that because they be like, well, just because my friend does this, that don't mean I does that. Well, in reality, sometimes it just slides in the little cracks in between before you even know it. Right? So you want to also block out those people who affect your idea of what's being realistic, because sometimes people are okay with settling with the bare minimum. Some people don't want to fight for a better life. They want to be uncomfortable. Being comfortable is what they think they are doing, but whole time that life is not working out, right? You want to be unhealthy, you okay with that shape and size, you okay with being negative, you okay with living a life that you do not like, and that's cool. So when you come around those people and you start talking the big talk to them, right? Let's call it big talk because sometimes it be too big for their idea of being realistic. That's exactly what it is. When you come pitching those ideas like, oh, I want to live on a mountain with a nice house, a nice scenery, with a car, basically like a 2025 Mercedes or a 2025 Ferrari, whatever it is type of car that you may want, you may have somebody that may be like, you're asking for too much because you should just get this simple car because everybody else drives that Honda. You should go ahead and get that one bedroom apartment because that's how everybody else starts off, and go ahead and get you that 9 to 5 at the gas station or get you that 9 to 5 at Walmart or McDonald's because that's how everybody starts. Matter of fact, that's how I start, and I'm just being realistic. That is their idea of being realistic. It doesn't have to be yours. You don't have to, and that's not me poo-pooing on any of y'all. I promise you. This is just the examples that I hear on a daily when I hear people wanting to live a better life, wanting to spread their wings and fly, or wanting to go live their dream lifestyle, and somebody try to instantly shut it down because, honey, I'm being realistic. That's how exactly they slam it down in people's faces. And you don't have to take that, right? At the end of the day, this is your life. You don't want to live it. You're the one that have to experience that life, that whatever you live in, whatever you choose. If you want to be realistic, go all out. I'm not saying going crazy though. Don't go crazy. Don't go ballistic. What I'm saying is do it big for yourself when you're being realistic, right? Put it in your vocabulary. Put it in your vision to be realistic with you touching millions of dollars. With you being so blessed and abundant and full of prosperity. Put it in your idea of being realistic that you're able to live the lifestyle that you desire, that you don't have to work as 10 times hard. You don't have to have 3 jobs to survive. You don't have to just settle for a bucket, or you don't have to just, scrub pennies together, rub pennies together just to get by. Because everybody want to be realistic, right? They realistic when you're depressed and you're losing your mind. They realistic when you don't have a dime. No. Start manifesting. Start putting that in your vocabulary. You know what? $1 million is realistic. You know what? I can actually drive that Ferrari or that Porsche or that Mercedes, whatever type of car that you're wishing to drive, it's realistic for you. You have to start believing that those good things does happen for you, that you can receive those same blessings as everybody else, and that you can have what it is that your heart desires in your own way. You know, you don't have to want what everybody else want. Whether that's the bare minimum or whether that's something higher, you just have to want what you want because you want to be authentic to yourself, but you want to believe that this is my idea of being realistic. You don't have to settle for the pieces and the crumbs because everybody else say this is what you need. Right. So whatever your dreams is, whatever your goals is, you can most definitely go for it. Don't let nobody bring you down to the ground and tell you, hey, That's not possible. You're not being realistic. How are you going to survive without a job? How are you going to survive with that rent? Is it that expensive? Why you even think you can make that much? You don't have to put up with that. All you have to do is put up with your idea of being realistic and go ahead and expect that. You have to expect those blessings. You have to expect that, this is my birth given right, because you're not just put here and put on earth just to suffer just because that's realistic. Everybody has to experience you can be picky. You can know your worth. You can level it up. Like, I want flowers. I want a man that don't cheat. I want a man that respects me. I want to be walked to my door. I want my car door open. I want to sit up on a high mountain. I want a fast car that go vroom on the speedway. Cause that's just my idea of being realistic. That I can have any life that I desire once I put my mind to it. Because you most definitely can. Life is energetic. You just gotta not settle just because that was the first thing offered to you on a platter. Remember that. Because just because that's the only job left, you're going to accept it even though it doesn't morally align with you. Know your worth. Like, do better. Go hard or go home. Go big. Don't go small. So, what they say, the same. Change your perspective, change your mindset, change your life. Because whatever you feel like you're being realistic about shapes your reality. So I advise you go big and do it big. Have a great day.